Managerial economics is a subject that really caught my attention during online enrollment. Aside from having a prior knowledge about economics when I was senior high school, I am really interested into business and economics things. That's why when the semester started, I really paid attention to my teacher. In the entire semester of learning economics, three doors of topics really caught my attention. Our teacher, Sir Ezekiel, is really good in discussing. That's why every time he discussed, I understood it and learned something from it. And these topics has given me new learnings, discoveries, and reflections that I could use in my daily life as consumer and as a seller. The first door contains my learning in the characteristics and scope of economics. One of this is the significance of decision making. As a buyer, we always need to decide whenever we buy. And economics taught me to always consider my preferences like taste for food and style for clothes whenever buying so that I can buy a highly satisfying product. And as a seller, I learned that we should always consider the preferences of the consumer, like taste, the quality, the price, and their given income. Because with this, we are able to satisfy their needs, wants, and desires, and no complaints will arise and problem will not arise at all. Managerial economics also taught me to become a risk taker. As a buyer, I always take risks whenever I buy product online, and I learned that I should not expect too much from it because it might disappoint me. And as a seller, I also take risks in offering new kinds of product to sell. I always offer new kinds of knocks and product without knowing if the customer will like it or not. Let's open the second door. The second door contains my learning in consumer behavior. As a consumer who always buy product, I love to eat. Yes, food is life. But whenever I take a bite on my favorite bread, it feels like I am not satisfied with it at all. If I'm gonna rate it from 100 for my first bite, second bite would probably be 80. But because of one lesson in consumer behavior our teacher discussed, which is the law of diminishing marginal utility, I found out that every time you take a bite on your favorite bread, the less satisfaction you will be. The more food you intake, the less satisfaction you will get from it. And that's true, based on my experiences whenever I take a bite on my favorite bread. Speaking of food, whenever I go to supermarket to buy products, I always philosophize. I'm the type of the customer who always compare the prices of two different products. I am always like, if I buy this, will it satisfy me? Or what if I buy this instead of this? I'm always like that. Then, I found out that this has something to do with one of our lessons in consumer behavior, which is the utility maximization. Utility maximization is spending all of your given money or income to the two products and determining the combinations that will give you a high satisfaction from it. What taught me this lesson is that it taught me to always think twice and wise before purchasing a good to find whether it's worth my money. And as a result, whenever I buy goods in the market, I always try to find the best combination I could buy given the amount of money I have, and I always apply what I have learned in utility maximization. As a consumer, I also think the best alternatives. I am always like, I could buy 2 more breads if I let go of these 3 junk foods. I am always like that. And the reason I've been doing that because of what I have learned in opportunity cost. And I think that the learnings that I have learned in consumer behavior really helped me to become a wise and a critical thinker consumer. Let's open the last door, my learnings for demand and supply. This lesson has taught me so much information and learnings that I could use and apply not only as a consumer but also as a seller. This given me reflections about laws of demand and supply, and I think these contributed a lot for me to becoming a profit-oriented and well-oriented seller. Having a business is not easy. There are times that people will buy more, but also times that people will buy less. And these past few weeks, I noticed that less people are buying chicken from us compared to last week. And I realized that it is because the price of the meat in the market has increased, which resulted for us to increase it from 150 to 180 pesos. And I learned that this always happens. It taught me that price changes over a period of time. This also introduced me the relationship between price and quantity demanded, wherein as price increases, the quantity demanded decreases, like in our situation in the chicken. On the other hand, the price of the biscuit from our supplier in the market has decreased. And as a result of this, we also had a change in price. We decreased the price of the biscuit from 8 pesos per piece to 6 pesos per piece. It might be a small change in price, but it helped us acquire more customers to buy our products, especially kids. Kids are able to buy more biscuits, which is their favorite. In the lesson of demand, I also learned the different non-price determinants. And using these learnings, I always tell the customer whenever there are future price changes, and I always recommend them perfect substitutes whenever they are buying is not available from us. And we also sell a highly preferable and affordable product based on their income. I'm also applying the things that I have learned in demand forecasting. As a seller of sari-sari store, I need to ensure that the products we are selling is safe and it meets the demands and wants of the customer. Weekly, we do face-to-face survey with them. We ask them whatever they want us to sell and if they can afford it. Because with this, we are able to improve the performance of our business. Loss of supply helped me a lot too. It taught me the relationship between price and quantity supplied, and I am applying it as a seller. We have cornfields, so we always sell corn in the market. So whenever the price of the corn falls, we only supply less because it will only give us few amounts of profit and vice versa. I also learned the different non-price determinants that affect the supply of the given product. And as a seller, I was able to apply it when Typhoon Ulysses hit the Philippines. Because of the devastating floods, our cornfield and peanut farms are washed out, causing us to harvest less amount of corns. And because of it, we only supply less corns and increase the price of it. This subject changed my perspective and helped me become a well-oriented customer and a profit-oriented seller. These 3 doors may not be the only doors, but sooner or later, I could discover and find more doors. For now, it is your turn to find those 3 doors of learnings and apply it in your daily lives. This has been John Vincent Buraga.